Hi there. I just want to share a pendulum reading that I did, my most recent one. Now, I have asked each of these questions at least twice over the course of different sessions. And these are my findings. So, I like to ask them over different days so that they typically do not change. I mean, it's rare for an answer to change, but I like to verify that they get the same one. I did do this over Sage, which helps with interference. Okay. Is Q a psyop? Yes. Now, I have asked that several other times. Always gotten yes. Is it malevolent? Yes. Will pedo arrests happen from it? No. Will Trump be selected the next president? Yes. Will 50% of the proposed pedo arrests happen? Yes. Will they come through Q? No. Was the Epstein stuff intentionally started? No. Did a private citizen find out? Yes. Did a girl's stepmom find out and open the whole can of worms? Yes. Is Elvis alive? Yes. Is he Pastor Bob Joyce? Yes. You should look him up. Is Tupac alive? Yes. Was Tupac a CIA asset? Yes. That was upsetting for me to find out. I like Tupac, and he's a Roosevelt. And evidently he's a Jew. Not that that matters, but... Okay. Was this whole... He certainly was not a gangster. Was this whole pedo investigation exposure planned/controlled? I have yes. Beyond Epstein's, the case is controlled. The cases are controlled. What started with Epstein was not controlled. Okay. Are crystals conscious? Yes. Have messages? Do they have messages to share with humans? Yes. Do crystals have the highest and greatest good intention for humanity? Yes. Are they trapped too? Yes. Were they supposed to leave when they're done, but they have to wait until the matrix falls? Yes. Are they desperate for us to awaken? Yes. Are they unhappy? Yes. Do the spirits switch out? No. When a crystal is cut, does a new consciousness get to come in? Yes. Interesting. Is there a collective consciousness of crystals? Yes. So are all moonstones connected when cut? Yes. Are all crystals, regardless of type, say bloodstone and moonstone, connected while here on Earth? No. Are they ultimately, bloodstone and moonstone, of the same collective? Yes. They roll up to the collective at some point. I don't know. Is water... I'm going to expand on those a little further. The crystal questions are new. Those I haven't asked about as much. Is water conscious? Yes. Is water originally from here? No. Was it brought here? Yes. Did humans used to be silica? Yes. Is water liquid memory? No. Is water spirits that don't have bodies yet? Yes. Did the Anunnaki faction create these bodies, aka Homo sapiens? Yes. Are humans a mixture of 12 star races of DNA? I get yes, I get 13. I get yes to 13, up to 13. 32% have a creative / heart-centered consciousness. Of this percentage, how many are fully awake, as in had their spiritual and false construct awakening? And I get 18%. How many false construct awakenings have we had? 62%. Now, last time I asked, which was about a month ago, it was at 51%, so that's really good. And I have had several friends wake up recently. Keep going, keep going. How many are spiritually awake? I get 38%. So, are any NPCs awake? No. Soulless ones awake? No. They can't wake up. I've asked that multiple times. Okay, is Trump the same consciousness as he has always been? No. Has he been overtaken? Yes. Was it in 2020? Yes. Can he come back? Yes. Will he come back? No. Did he intentionally get overtaken? Yes. Is he a time traveler? Yes. Is he playing a role? Yes. Is the current consciousness in his vessels intent to destroy the U.S.? Yes. Is the current consciousness in his vessels intention benevolent for humanity? Yes. Is it malevolent for humanity? No. And the destroy the U.S. You know, we can hope for a better system. I have here, we can hope for free energy, universal basic income, and health care, housing, food, and water for all. And that's absolutely what we need to be hoping for. We need to be staying on a positive timeline here. We're in an unknown timeline right now, so we want to just keep thinking positive. Don't envision doomsday. It's important to be aware, but you know, when you're in your spare time, don't think about like doomsday. Think about like what could like potentially happen if this goes good. I mean, if enough of us think that way, it will. I'm going to do a video later on consciousness, and I'll show you, you know, the human consciousness is what's making the decisions here. We got to think positive here. Okay, now these numbers, so the population, now, you know, granted, I think the population is grossly overstated and it's probably about half, but let's just go with what they tell us. 7.65 billion, so 32% of those would be who is human or heart-centered consciousness, creator, spark consciousness. That is 2,448,000,000 people. 18% of that is 440 million. That is how many are fully awake both ways, like spiritual and false construct is 440 million. We got 2.448 billion that are human. The rest, which would be, I did not figure that out, but they would be artificial. Okay, some kind of artificial intelligence. 38%, well, I had 30%. I didn't have 38, I read it down wrong. Okay, so 62% have woken up to the false construct. That's 1,517,760,000. I had 30% were awake and spiritually, but it's actually 38, but 30% would be 734 million. So still to awaken is 930,240,000. I mean, that's pretty good. I think that it is the false construct awakening that matters, not really so much the spiritual awakening. That's not going to happen with everybody. Spiritual awakening is more, you know, a lot of truthers I still see are operating under the ego overlay. There's a lot of, they're still not fully aware of how powerful we are as individuals. They're still not fully aware how the law of attraction and how destructive negative thinking is, and how that arguing and being stuck in a religious construct or any kind of doctrine or dogma, hard set beliefs like that are going to keep you, they're going to cap your frequency. You're not going to be able to get to a higher frequency to experience, you know, the type of positive life that you could if you were on a higher frequency. So I encourage anyone that is a truther, truth-seeking, quote-unquote, that is still preaching the Bible as if it is 100% true because it says it is. That is not really a valid justification. I can assure you that it is not 100% true. It is not the be-all, end-all, and it is a fear and guilt control program that uses trauma-based mind control and brainwashing to achieve compliance from the masses. I suggest that you examine it with just as much scrutiny as everything. That being said, I am not saying that there are no higher powers, and there are parts of the Bible, parts of Jesus' message are actually very good. But how many people that preach and proclaim to follow Jesus are actually living like he did? And we'll tell you what, Jesus wouldn't have worn no mask, okay? He warned very much against how big corporations and how the church and how money can make people behave. So Jesus would have seen through the big pharma scam going on here. and others. And yeah, I'm sorry, but the kingdom of God is within, and you need to reconnect with that inner voice. So, and then if it's, if your gut tells you it's right, and then we need to start deprogramming and, yeah. But, and I don't want you to get like, yeah, it's a lot of work and it's a lot of stuff, but I'm going to tell you what, if you take the time to do it, man, I mean, it's liberating, and you can end up working through your traumas and like actually getting a decent enough existence here. I mean, it is what it is. It is some kind of a prison. It's not ideal, but it can be better. I mean, mindset is everything, and there's good in every situation it can be found. So I hope that you all like the pendulum videos okay. I hope that you don't hate them. I'll try not to do them too much. It's a lot easier for me to convey certain things to a couple people that do care about the readings, or maybe not care about them, but are interested. And it's something for me to look back on later, and I can keep track of what I've got a little bit easier this way than leafing through a notebook too. So thanks for watching. If you like my channel, please share and subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1,000 so that I can do live streaming. I'd like to interact with the audience. So thanks. Have a good day.